What is with soccer that everybody's excited about? You know, black people, when they go to the big jam, we end it, like the big jam starts at what, 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
We don't get out of there till 2 a.m. in the morning. How late did the big jam go?
It was real late. First of all, let me tell you who was late.
Now.
Mm-hmm. It's a change.
Yeah, because so many of them moved on. So it's like now, you know, the comedy game is a wide open space where everybody can kind of get a good run. And not to mention the talent now on the younger level of comics.
Guys podcast. I'm the Stone Pony, Davante Stone, and on the podcast today, we're talking to Big Silva G. She's got all the entertainment, what happened, and what down with the big jam. Somebody didn't show. Plus, comedian Kferg is stopping by. He's going to talk about Mayor Lori Lightfoot and Willie Wilson. They're in a race together, and that race is coming up soon here in Chicago. And Leo is going to tell us about what happened with the USA. What happened with the USA team? What happened with our soccer team? Leo is stopping by to talk about that and all of the updates as far as the World Cup. That's all happening on This Guy's podcast with this guy over here. What we going to do? Let's get right to the World Cup. I thought that the World Cup, I thought the United States was going to win this thing, Leo. I'm watching the game, the Netherlands and the Dutch. Who knew? What happened in that game real quickly? Why is the United States not playing?
Well, they're not playing because they got eliminated by the Netherlands a few days ago. And the U.S., they gave their best possible effort. I'm not even going to lie to you. They tried, but the Netherlands, they are a much better tactically sound team. And some of their goals were the result of great passing and planning, some that the U.S. lacks, because the U.S. has a young squad where, you know, they have talent, but of course they still need experience, because at the end of the day, experience goes a long way.
Yeah, it goes a long way. So now we have to wait all the way until what, 2026 in order to kind of do what we did this year. Am I correct? Hopefully we'll have a lot of newer players, younger players, who can kind of come in and kind of help us to take us. But, man, winning this cup, it got me excited. What is with soccer that everybody's excited about?
Well, it's the most popular sport in the entire world, and it's relatively easy to play. All you need is not even a ball. All you need is, like, make a makeshift ball and get 2 sticks to make a goalpost. That's all you need.
And then we're doing soccer. We're playing soccer. What is it that the United States could have had that would have made the difference playing against the Netherlands?
More experience. That could have helped because they missed the 2018 World Cup. So they had quite a lot of players who have obviously never played in the World Cup before. And then on top of that, you know, you can become good overnight. And the United States, they have made some great steps in improving their national team, especially learning from what happened in 2018 when they didn't qualify. They rectified a lot of the mistakes, such as you know, relying too much on veterans, right? Give the younger guys a chance because they got a lot to prove. But of course, by 2026, you know, the players in that 2022 squad will, of course, have had 4 more years of experience, which will be very crucial, and they'll be able to learn from all the mistakes they did in 2022 to hopefully have a much deeper run, and who knows, maybe win.
We need a win. They got me excited. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, well, it's over. It's done with. I felt like the team. They was on the field. They didn't even want to get off the field after the loss. I mean, I get it. I mean, that's a hurtful thing, especially when you're on a big stage like that. And I just felt for those players. But hopefully we can put it together. As we're talking about it, who's going to win this World Cup? Because where are we at now with the stages for those who don't know? What round is this?
All right, we are currently in the round of 16.
16. It's a lot of these rounds. It's like all kind of rounds. And we playing. I mean, we've been playing soccer for, what, 3 months? I'm just playing, but I know it hasn't been that long. But my God.
Yup. So as of right now, there are currently 9 teams remaining. There's actually a game in progress right now.
Okay. And then you're gonna have to update us on that or comment. Who do you got? Who are you picking in the World Cup to win it all?
Oof, this is very tough, man.
You guys are hearing it right now on This Guy's podcast. Who's gonna win it?
I want Brazil to win it, but I do believe that France got the highest odds
to
win.
France.
Yep.
The only thing I know in French is French fry, French toast.
or that scene from what was that movie? Man, I don't watch movies that often. But when Samuel L. Jackson said, talking about do they have quarter pounders in France?
Yes. And what did he say? He was like the Big Mac, the La Big. I forgot what it was, but it was a really good line. Man, Leo, thank you for stopping by to talk to us about the World Cup. We'll find out again next week, and you can update us as what the results are going to be coming up soon. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
How big was the Big Jam this weekend? I've got Big Silva G here with me here. I heard there's a lot of things that went down at this Big Jam.
Yes.
And how many Big Jams? Is this like the 130th Big Jam that they got? I mean,
I have no clue.
Yeah.
It may be the 29th, though, for sure.
Maybe the 29th.
Yes.
So I heard a lot of things happen. So
Yeah.
did we end late like we always end? Because black people, when they go to the Big Jam, we end at like the Big Jam starts at 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
We don't get out of there till 2 a.m. in the morning. How late did the Big Jam go?
It was real late. First of all, let me tell you who was late. Katie got bands, and she couldn't even perform because she was late. But we had Moneybag Yo.
Moneybag Yo.
Arby came
Moneybag Yo was the headliner. Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, I would have wanted to see. I would probably want to see Moneybag Yo. Who else?
He brought out G Herbo too.
So G Herbo hit the stage.
He hit the stage. It was a lot of Chicago hitters.
Let me tell you something. That's what makes the Big Jam, though.
Yeah.
When you can be Herbo and come out on your own stage in the city of Chicago, this is what we look for.
For sure.
Oh, my God. And I'm sure people probably thought that somebody was going to come out, but we really didn't know
Yeah.
that Herb was going to be there. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
correct.
All right. So why was she late?
She probably
What?
was
What
doing
did she
something
miss
wasn't
the
supposed
red
to.
line?
But I don't know.
Did she not? Did she? Because I mean, I know she still takes it from time to time. Maybe it's the
Katie,
bloodline.
you from the low end.
Katie, what happened? Katie,
United Center was down the street. You
Thank
need
you.
to do better.
You got to do better, Katie. You had fans out here. And what time did she show though?
I don't even know.
But did she perform?
No, because she was late.
How you gonna be late for the Big Jam? How? All right, so
was
let's
baby
move
time.
on from Katie got banned because it was really hard. So anything else that you heard? I'm sure that the United Center, this is where it took place, right?
Yes.
The last time I was at a Big Jam at the United Center, everybody and their mama was smoking weed. It was just really crazy.
Well, in the state of Illinois and in the city of Chicago, it is it's not foreseen.
Okay.
It's not illegal anymore for recreational use.
So, and that's why.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I do get it.
But it's okay. It's Chicago.
Okay.
Roll up.
What roll up. Okay, you heard it right here. So talk about the Big Jam. Anything
Big
that you heard before we move on, because I know that you've got some other news about some things that's been going on, but
Yeah.
did you hear anything crazy?
Crazy. Actually,
Big Jam crazy.
Big Jam crazy. I know that it was a lot of singers. Santa came out. Tink was out. She did an amazing
love
job.
Tink. Now, I bet you
She's
Tink wasn't late.
But she was on time.
That's
She
what
had
I'm
background
saying.
dancers. She had everything. A ponytail was intact. Everything was going on. I seen that Nardo Wick was out there and
Nardo was-
Glorilla.
Seriously?
Glorilla. And 99 problems, but
Hey.
the big one is me.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
And the city went up for Glorilla. She been doing her thing lately too.
She been doing a thing, and a lot of our female artists don't really get
Not at all.
the kind of recognition, and that's why I'm always looking. It's like, where's our Chicago female artists
Exactly.
at? You know what I mean?
They was at the Big Jam.
They was at the Big Jam, and I hate that there's only at the Big Jam. I mean, there should
Exactly.
be more opportunities for some of our artists to be able to perform in. And I think you know how adamant I am when it comes to like artists and local artists being able to get a feel and be able to have a market or at least a space
For sure.
where people can actually come out and they can hear and they can see. Anything else crazy at the Big Jam?
Anything crazy? No, nothing crazy.
All right, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
We
Not-
just gotta
not
make
too
sure.
not Chicago, but nothing crazy.
Should we get what's her name, like a watch or like for the next time or
Somebody needs to pick her up.
a clock or did she oversleep or
I don't think so.
Something happened. All right, so we hope that doesn't happen
The
again.
next Big Jam, make sure that Katie is there and on time. Tell her it start at 8, so she could be there at 2.
And two, you
Yeah.
heard it. What else is going on in entertainment?
Keke Palmer pregnant.
No, I'm dropping the mic.
Keke Palmer
What?
pregnant, y'all.
Wait, by who?
That was my first
Wait,
thing.
who else could impregnate? Well, I'm sure there.
But isn't that your first question? Like, you found out somebody pregnant. Like, who's the baby daddy?
But we don't know.
We do know. His name is Darius.
Darius?
Yes.
No, not Darius.
Darius.
No, not him.
Yes.
You got to be kidding me.
Yes, Darius.
That Darius.
That Darius.
That Darius.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Darius. But talk to us about
But
this.
they
Who
met
the hell
last
is
year.
Darius? Is this somebody off the block? Or?
No. He's in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
I know his brother he plays Dro on Insecure, and they met last year at the Met Gala.
And they met. So you got a lot of information on this.
Yeah.
So is this Katie? So what's the difference? How did this baby? Did this?
Kiki, not Katie.
I'm sorry, not Katie. I don't know why I got Katie on my mind because somebody still need to go pick her up. She's late. She'll be late for even having a baby. Probably you got to get her to the hospital. So let's talk about Kiki.
Yeah.
How many kids does Kiki have?
She don't have any kids.
This is her first?
This is her first one, and she is very open in the industry about having PCOS. So
What
lot
is
of
that for people that don't know? Is that like PTLD, PTSD, PLO, or PTS something?
PCOS.
PCO. That's always something new. And when did this come out? Did Chicago get it
No,
first?
it's no.
Is this something that, I mean, come on, educate me real quick. Because this, I see the way Shaq is looking over there. Go ahead, help me, Sylvia.
PCOS is a hormonal imbalance in women.
Oh.
Yeah, so a lot of women that have overgrowth hormonal issues, they have cysts on their ovaries. But she's been open about it in the industry. She has very cystic acne at 28 or 29 years old because that's how she is now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of women that have PCOS, they cannot develop embryo. So that's why I felt like she kept it private for a little minute.
But you know what? Now I get it. I understand that. Until basically we knew that she was able to conceive.
Exactly.
Well, I'm happy for her.
Me
I
too.
think that all of us
Kiki,
should be
we going
happy.
with the baby shower.
With Kiki, and it's going to be really amazing. What else is going on? You had some sad news. I know we were talking about it. We lost someone this past week. Who passed away?
Christy Alley.
No, not Christy Alley, guys. For those who don't know, tell people. Christy Alley, oh my God, an actress that's been around for a long time.
She was 71. Yeah, she passed away from
70.
colon cancer.
She did. That's
Yeah,
sad.
and that was really a private thing for her and her family.
I didn't know that, so she probably had been battling for a while.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then she didn't have it in the media because she wanted to keep it private because they didn't know her kids and her grandchildren were there to help and support her, but they didn't know what was going on, anything.
That's so sad. Well, we we just, for her family, keep her family in your prayers right now,
sure.
and we wish during this time of bereavement that everybody can kind of come together. But that's so sad to hear about that.
And some people don't know who Christy Alley is.
Yeah, for those who don't know. Older people to let people know.
From Cheers. But like me, I'm a millennial. She was from It Takes Two. You remember when Mary-Kate and Ashley, they didn't know each other and they came and found each other, and one of them was like rich and then the other one was like, she wasn't rich, but she was at like summer camp, and then the other one, she was in a foster care system, and she didn't, Mary-Kate and Ashley, y'all remember that?
Y'all heard it. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up for people that don't know. Big Silva G, thank you very much. You already know.
Period.
Until next time, over here, AYEEEE This Guy's Podcast. Chopping it up with comedian from Chicago, Kferg. We sitting here. My brother, how you feeling today?
Man, I am awesome. Thank you for having me.
Tell people, Kferg, Chicago has a lot of comedians. When did you get started in comedy?
Probably about 2001.
2001. What was the circuit like here in the city of Chicago? Because, we've had discussions how I've talked about like D-Ray and how we, back in the day, I remember how we kind of got riddles going back. And this is over, oh my God, back in 1998, 1999 during the time. But I know that since then and through COVID, does Chicago really have a comedic scene? And it doesn't seem like it really has that. But you started back in the early 2000s, and I kind of remember that. What was it like starting comedy in Chicago? What was the support like?
Kind of somewhat the same, but it's actually gotten a little bit better and bigger, especially for newer up-and-coming artists. Like, it's really, really got a hotbed for that. Earlier 2001, for Nice While Up, 2008, 10, all of that, it was more dedicated to like the bigger name comics or the bigger, more well-known comics, and the younger comics really had to really fight real hard to get on stage and get stage time. But now,
It's a change.
Yeah, because so many of them moved on. So it's like now, the comedy game is a wide open space where everybody can kind of get a good run, and not to mention the talent now on the younger level of comics. It's pretty challenging, It's pretty challenging.
It's very challenging. And how do you guys, as a comedian, because I see you all the time, and I'm like, man, a lot of times I'm thinking about, like, you know what, just getting up there on that stage when people do the open mics, and sometimes you be feeling like you got it in you, but it takes more than that, right?
Yeah.
It just, you've got to have a sense of knowing, well, I have the confidence, I know that I can do this, but what is it like to be able to get up, to control, to have an audience captivated?
First of all, I think in order to be able to get up and have an audience captivated, is the very first thing is you gotta believe in yourself, because no matter how much you believe in yourself in this comedy game, when you have a horrible show, you know, you gotta go hang, you gotta go put all the ropes up, the belts, everything, because you know, hanging yourself is definitely on your mind. Like, yeah, you're just ready to get it all over with. But you know, if you really believe in yourself, you really push, you just keep, you know, videoing yourself, watching it back, you know, just with anything, you gotta watch.
So you're saying almost like a study. It's almost like you watching tape.
Study you.
You're recording yourself, and so that you can become that one comic that's going to separate you from all the rest.
From all the rest, yeah. It's a lot to it. It's voice projections, it's animations, it's, you know what I mean, callbacks. It's like, you know, really becoming a student of the game and understanding a lot of aspects of the game.
What made you
But it's
think?
a lot of business too.
I'm sure it's a lot of business in it. I'm sure it could be cutthroat too as well. But in 2000, early 2000, when you were getting into it, what made you say, all right, I'm about to do this?
I don't know. I just think I just kind of had it. Like, I was always funny in my family, just naturally funny. And,
Was you funny in high school?
High school, college, all that. I was just always just the funny dude. You know, the girls just call me the funny man.
The funny man.
The funny man. Come sit over here with us for lunch. You know what I mean? Like, top of the dome, I'm, you know, crazy with it. Like, I'm always just been able to be funny.
And then you just kind of thought about it. So this is the time. Now what was your first on stage performance?
My very first on stage performance, I started up north. I'll be honest. Now,
you know what? And
I'm gonna tell
you and I didn't had a conversation that if you don't start up north, because you start on the south side, you ain't gonna get no traction. People hate, like, you can't get no love.
No,
it's just really bad, and you got to go to the north side in order to get that audience.
Right.
But what was that? What was
I
that
had to
like?
go to the north side to get comfortable with, you know, being able to be heard, all of that. When you come on the south side, you better be ready. You know what I mean? So I had to go to the north side so I could get comfortable. The south side wasn't really going to let you get comfortable on stage. You know,
they was gonna
your
chew
first
you up
one or two jokes,
you out,
yeah, you know, it's like going in front of wolves. Like they can smell the fear. You boo before you be like, "How y'all doing?" Boo. You know? Up north, you know, you be like, "How y'all doing?" They be like, "Hey, go ahead." You know,
and you got the support.
Right. It was a lot more supportive, so you was able to kind of work and feel it. And once you kind of got comfortable, you know, like riding a bike, right? Once you get a little bit ready, then it's like now you're ready to ride with the rest of the guys and the big dogs and so forth on. You know what I mean? Even though you had a little bit of that time.
So you were able to go up north, and then at that point
get comfortable,
and that's important for any young comedian. Is that right?
Right.
Because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to be comfortable going on stage.
Right.
And people are going to know it. People, especially
they're
comedians,
gonna smell it.
They smell it.
The audience is gonna know it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna know it. They're gonna know it, and you're probably not gonna come off right. You're gonna come off kind of shaky, different things. You know what I mean? But I will say this too. There is another thing about the South Side that is kind of changing. People are becoming more supportive of those who are trying it, who are dabbling in it. You know, it's not as strenuous as it was before. You know, earlier days, you know, guys was really hard on you.
The people like when you talk about it. So the people like the Bernie Macs that had to come through.
Bernie, hard on you.
Hard, huh?
Hard on you.
Give me another. What about Deion Cole? This is Deion Cole's town.
You know what? Deion Cole is, man, one of the greats. When you talk about coming out of Chicago, like this, one of the greats, and we knew this. We knew Deion was like one of the greats. Like back in 2001 when we riding around from show to show, you just look at the dude like, this dude gonna be incredible. You know what I mean?
You just knew it.
Yeah, he had a geniusness about his ability and the way that he wrote and the way he delivered, a poise and so many different things that it was kind of known when it came to Deion.
It was kind of known.
Yeah.
So would you say that comedy's back on the rise here in Chicago after COVID? Are we moving in the right direction? And what is it like for young, aspiring comedians who are coming up? Do they have opportunity?
Plenty of opportunity for the young, aspiring comedians. As a matter of fact, which is another big difference, is a lot of the younger comics are crewing and clicking together and creating their own shows. And I think that's big, getting their own followings, getting their own everything. And then social media has really changed the game dramatically, right? So before, you know, people were able to tell you couldn't go on stage. Now nobody can tell you can't go online.
You can do it by yourself.
You can go online and do it right by yourself. So the game has changed an awful lot. But that alone made, you know, bigger comics have to work with the younger ones because they went out there and kind of developed them a name and somewhat of a following, and now you kind of got to give them a shot. You got to kind of give them a chance. So, yeah, that's a good view.
The hottest Chicago comedian now.
The hottest
Chicago comedian now.
Oh, I would say female.
Wow, really?
Just Niche. Hands down.
Just Niche?
Hands down.
Really?
Phenomenal. It's so many. I can name so many. You know, Just Niche, Mike Sam, Roy. It's so many of them, man. It's an awful lot of funny comedians, and M-Dubs, Funny Tierra. It's a bunch of them, man. It's a bunch of them. Like it's a hotbed of seeing some really good comedy. But hands down, right now, I would say top of my list would probably be Just Niche. Just Niche is beast.
Niche. I gotta check Just Niche out.
Beast.
Wow.
Beast.
Interesting. Let's move along here because we got a big race.
Okay.
Coming up in Chicago.
All right.
You and I were talking about it.
Okay.
Lori Lightfoot, who is the incumbent, who is our mayor, is deciding that she wants to run again. And before we get into all that, when is the race for mayor?
So the race is February 28th.
February 28th.
Right.
Who's all on in this? We got Lori Lightfoot. Who else? Cam Buckner.
Collins.
Chewy Garcia. Jamal Green.
Can't forget
Brandon Johnson. Sophia King. Roderick Sawyer.
Then
Paul Ballas, the former superintendent of schools.
Right.
Who else? Willie.
Willie.
So we talking about this
Willie.
gas man Willie. So how do you feel about that? You got all these people that are running for mayor, and of course Willie Wilson giving away all this gas. And I mean, we all like Willie, but what's going on with this thing, man? Can Lori be reelected? And how do you feel about Lori Lightfoot?
Okay, well, first, I'm not a huge Lori Lightfoot fan, but nevertheless, I think she's done a lot of great things for the city. And I think she's dropped the ball on a lot of things in the city. You know what I mean? Lori keep it even. You know what I'm saying? Lori ain't trying to get it all right. You know what I mean? She wants some stuff in the wrong column, too. So I ain't mad at her. She, I don't know. But honestly, I think in terms of the mayoral race, to be honest with you, my pick, if we were picking, my pick is Willie Wilson.
Why Willie?
Why Willie? Because I believe.
Does he get a bad rep?
He get a bad rep because he can't talk.
Because he can't. Give me some Willie Wilson. What Willie sound like?
Yeah, Willie.
Give me some Willie Wilson.
They gonna crucify you. Don't worry if they ever try to crucify Willie. Crucify. They gonna crucify you. You know what I mean? So, but nevertheless, man, honestly, I love Willie because Willie has shown what he would do with his own money. So when somebody show you what they're going to do with their own money, when they show you that they'll invest their own money into you, of course they're going to invest the rest of the money and the resources into you and in your people and your community. And he's not afraid to target a particular audience of people or demographic of people that have been marginalized. He's not afraid to do that. And generally we want to get all these, kumbaya, we shall all come together, individuals, and a lot of people ain't suffering like, certain communities, like, you know what I mean? In our communities, let's think about it, like who really in the mayoral election, who is going to run on the platform that I'm going to make the black community or the black area into a black community? Right? Like, that's got to be for real. You know what I mean? When I say black area, meaning that it's only an area where a lot of black people at. For it to be a community, you got to own the businesses in it of that people for it to be a community. So we got to own a community. We got to own the gas. We got to stop dealing with, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
we got to stop
dealing with them. We always say that,
stop,
but we never stop.
I mean, because we know how to, we're not getting the right resources. There are too many people. If you look at our community, there's too many people that have the right mind and entrepreneurial mindset in order to run in our community and to run the businesses in our community. And that has to become a major factor for us. We got to start looking to the corner stores, the gas stations, the different, established businesses, the laundromat, the different things that establish businesses in your community. They have to look like the people in the community. Go to other communities. They look like the people in the community. Ours the only one that Come on.
Is it too late for other people to drop their names into the race? Because this man, Kferg, we need to put you on the.
Yes.
Let's put Kferg. I'm going to write your name in.
I'm going on the platform that everybody getting their own gas station. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It's your own gas station.
Hey, forget about the gas.
Yeah.
Giving you gas. I'm going to give you
the station.
Your own gas station. Okay.
Because how do we know if we're charging it the right price? How do we know?
Man.
Don't none of us own them? Okay,
on.
don't get me started on that.
Don't start.
Don't get me started on that.
All right, but let me tell you, man, we're not gonna get you, but we're gonna have to have you come back right after this election, though, to find out exactly did your candidate who's gonna win it.
Who's going to win?
Who's gonna win it? Let's put all.
I'm going Willie Wilson.
All right, so
Willie Wilson.
You heard that right here.
Wilson, because hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you give me some money, I'm gonna vote for you. Okay, I'm not finna sit here and lie. Why lie when the truth is due?
I'm very transparent on This Guy's podcast.
No, I'll never forget this. I was driving. It came on the radio. I seen a bunch of cars lining up. I said, what y'all lining up for? They said, Willie Wilson, give him free gas. I was running out of gas that day. I had $20 to my name. I pulled in the gas station, got a full tank of gas, went home to man. You know what I'm talking about?
You didn't forget Willie,
in my thing, Willie Wilson made me a man again in my home. So therefore,
I love it.
He got my vote, man. He got my vote.
Kferg, it's all good.
Thank you, sir.
Very much, sir. I
all
appreciate you.
All the time.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for This Guy's podcast. Don't forget to check us out again on Spotify, on YouTube. We all over the place. This guy, what we going to do?